Everything would start after the battle with Broly. Goku would decide to go train with Whis to increase his powers, since after fighting with Broly he realized that his strength was not enough and he would not be left behind. Broly's strength is incomparable, although he needs to control that power, but I will not lag behind as I also want to become stronger and stronger. While he was traveling with Whis to the planet of Immerse, he carelessly let go of Whis and ended up falling into the void of space. However, he would fall into a wormhole that would take him to another dimension. Meanwhile, in the world of Boku no Hero Academia, Deku had finished his training to inherit the One for All and entered the university to fulfill his dream of being a hero. "Good job!" All Might would say. After Deku ate All Might's hair, a portal would appear in the sky, and from that portal a person would come out, which was Goku, who was heading at great speed towards the ground. All Might and Deku would not notice that, at least until Goku was about to crash into the ground, causing a big crater in the place where he fell. Fortunately, All Might reacted fast and moved Deku away from the impact. "Who could it be? Is he a villain?" All Might said, somewhat worried about what had just happened. Deku was staring at that guy who was in the crater he had caused and thought he came to attack them. Goku would get up from the ground and wipe his clothes since they were covered with dust. "Where am I? This place doesn't look familiar," Goku would say as he looked at the place and the people in front of him. All Might would stare at Goku thinking that he had attacked them, and that made him think he was a villain. "If he's a villain, there's no doubt he's strong, since he caused a big crater by coming at us," All Might thought, and then finally decided to attack Goku, since he thought that what he did was to attack them. Goku was confused by what All Might did, but Goku would stop All Might's fist with only one hand, since he had no intention of hurting him. "Why are you attacking me? I didn't do anything to you," Goku would say. All Might would be shocked as he was able to stop his attack with only one hand. Deku would also be shocked by what he was seeing, as he didn't know that someone would be able to stop All Might's attack that easily. "You attacked first! I won't let you hurt the people here, villain!" All Might would say, thinking he was someone evil. Goku would be even more confused by what All Might was saying. "I see, so he thinks I'm a villain, so I doubt he'll believe me if I tell him I'm not," thought Goku as he looked at All Might. Goku was ready to say something, but before he said it, All Might would go seriously against Goku and kept throwing punches at Goku. However, Goku dodged all of his attacks effortlessly. "Looks like he won't let me talk, so I better get this over with and talk some sense into them," Goku thought while dodging all his attacks. Goku would quickly hit All Might in his torso, but right in that wound he suffered years ago, the one that prevented him from being able to continue using his form and could only use it for 3 hours. All Might would fall to the ground after that hit and would be unconscious. Deku, seeing this, was afraid since he saw how his hero was defeated with one blow. But more than anything, he was hit in his wound, which made him think that he could die from that attack. Goku was approaching the boy so he could then ask him about where he was. Deku would be scared since he was approaching him, but he couldn't do anything since even All Might couldn't do anything against him. So he would just stand still. "What do you want?" Deku would say nervously as he didn't know what to do. "First of all, I want you to know that I'm not a villain. I fell into a wormhole that took me to this dimension, but I fell from the sky to where you were. But I didn't do it with the intentions to attack. That man thought I was evil, so I had to stop him so he could let me talk," Goku would say to the green-haired boy. Deku would think about what he said, even though he didn't believe much about what he said about the wormhole. He thought that he wasn't really evil, because if he was, he would have killed All Might the moment he defeated him, and he would have killed him too. "I see, but you hit All Might in a wound that was very serious. He lost part of his organs. He could die if we don't take him to a hospital to be treated," Deku would say while looking at Goku, but still a little suspicious of him. "I understand. Let me take care of this." Goku would approach All Might's body and notice that All Might had lost that form where he looked stronger and was now someone thin and weak. "Apparently he can shapeshift. How interesting is this guy?" Goku would take out a small bag where he brought a hermit seed. I was planning on going to Broly to give him a few more seeds, but now I have to fix this, Goku thought as he gave the seed to All Might, and once he had eaten it, he would quickly wake up feeling his body very strange as his organs were regenerating, and this caused him to feel strange. And at the same time, he felt some pain and began to regain his heroic form. "What's happening to me?" All Might would say in confusion as he looked at Goku, but Goku couldn't do anything as his body was still recovering. "What's happening to All Might? What did you give him?" Deku would say. "I gave him a hermit seed. These seeds can heal any wound, but not diseases. Besides, I was the one who attacked him, so take this as my apology," Goku would say as he watched All Might heal completely and retain his heroic form. "It can't be! My wound is gone! What did you guys do?" All Might thought. Deku would approach All Might impressed as he was now healed from his wounds, thanks to that seed. "All Might, you must know that this guy is not a villain. It's all a misunderstanding. He really didn't want to attack us. He felt guilty for leaving you wounded, so he decided to heal you," Deku would say, somewhat nervous. "Really?" All Might would say, while looking at that guy. "Well, if Midoriya says so, I guess it's true. Sorry for the misunderstanding, but could you tell me how you were able to defeat me so easily? I've never met anyone with your strength," All Might would say while looking at Goku. "It's a long story, but I guess I can tell it," Goku would say, and then tell his whole story of how he got to planet Earth and even the battle with Broly, and furthermore how he got to that world through a wormhole. All Might and Deku would be impressed with what he was saying. However, they didn't quite believe him. "Beings that destroyed planets and universes? That doesn't exist," All Might would say distrustfully about what he was saying. "I can prove it. Watch!" Goku would create a spear of energy and then throw it into the sea in front of them, causing an explosion. I don't want to overdo it because if I did, it could destroy the planet. All Might and Deku would be impressed by what he had done, and without further hesitation, they would believe him. "By the way, my name is Kakura, but you can call me Goku." "My name is All Might, and I am the #1 hero of this world. And this guy is Izuku Midoriya, my successor," All Might would say while looking at Goku. "I thank you for healing me, Goku. Now, I will be able to be calmer since I won't have a time limit to use my heroic form. Is there anything I can do to thank you? Could you recommend me some places to train? I want to become stronger since I don't know how to get back to my world, so I could train somewhere," Goku would say while observing All Might and Deku with a smile. "How about joining the AU? It's a hero institute where you can use your skills so you can become stronger," All Might would say while looking at Goku. "I find it interesting. How can I enter that place?" Goku would say, not knowing that place. "I just have to talk to the director of the AU to let you enter because in a few hours will be the entrance exam to enter the AU. Also, I'll get you a place to stay, since according to what you have told me, you have nowhere to stay, right?" "That's right. I hope it won't be too much trouble," Goku would say. "It's the least I can do, since you cured me." "I understand. Could you explain more about this world since so far I've only been told that you're a hero?" "In this world, 80% of the population has a quirk known as a gift, and they use them to become heroes," Deku would say. "I see. Then you must have a gift, and if so, what is it?" Goku would say curiously. All Might would decide to tell Goku that secret, since he knew he could trust Goku. "You see, I possess a power called One for All. I gave my power to Midoriya, since he was born without a gift, but his dream was to become a hero, and he will be the new symbol of peace when I retire. No one knows that, so I ask you not to tell anyone," All Might would say while looking at Goku, hoping he can keep the secret, while Deku would be shedding tears because of what All Might was saying about him. "Young Midoriya better go home to prepare for the exam," All Might would say while smiling at Deku. "Alright, All Might. See you, Goku." Deku would start to leave the place as he had to go prepare for the exam if he wanted to get into the AU. "Now, let's go talk to the principal to let you enter the AU and find you a place to stay." "I can't wait to start training," Goku would say as he watched All Might start jumping a great distance away, so Goku just decided to follow him. "This world is very interesting, but I will find a way to return to my world. But in the meantime, I'll train in this place." In the previous chapter, Goku had arrived to the world of Boku no Hero Academia. After Goku cured All Might, the misunderstandings were cleared up. Midoriya and All Might trusted him. Now, Midoriya is preparing for his entrance exam to the UA. Meanwhile, Goku would start a new training in that place. Now, he was about to enter the UA. When Goku and All Might arrived at the entrance of the institute, All Might asked Goku to stay since his data had not yet been entered and he could activate the security alarm. "Wait right here. I'll go speak to the principal to get you accepted into the institute," All Might would say as he looked at Goku. "Alright, but don't take too long," Goku would say while staring at him. "Okay, I won't be long," All Might would say and then head towards the principal of the institute. "Hello, All Might. What are you doing here?" the director would say while he was looking at him. "I came to talk to you about a very important matter. I want you to allow a student to enter. His name is Goku. Let me tell you that he is a good candidate for a hero. He was able to heal my wound, and now I don't have that time limit." The director was surprised by what All Might told him. "I didn't know someone was capable of doing that. I see. Then I guess he's someone with a lot of potential. However, I would like to see him in action. It won't be long before the practical exam starts, so I'll let him participate in the entrance exam." All Might was staring at the director with a smile at what he was saying. "Thank you very much. Also, I would like to know if you could give him a place to stay, some apartment within the UA, since he has nowhere to stay at the moment." "Okay, but it depends on how he does on the exam." "Fine, I'll make sure he prepares for the exam." All Might would leave the place and then return to the entrance with Goku. Goku was smiling as he saw All Might approaching, as he had been waiting for a while for his arrival. "How did it go?" "Let me tell you that I managed to convince the director to accept you, but you will have to take a practical exam to show him what you are capable of. Surely you will impress him, so you'll have to wait a little bit. In a while, they will explain everything you have to know about the entrance exam." "I understand. It sounds simple, so I'll wait until the exam starts," Goku would say with a smile on his face. All Might would leave as he had to be with the other teachers so he could see the students at the exam. It would be a while and the students were starting to arrive, so Goku guessed he was by the exam. Midoriya was at the entrance since he had finally arrived at the UA. Goku wanted to go greet him, but before he could do it, he noticed that Midoriya stumbled, but a brown-haired girl prevented him from ending up against the ground. Goku only laughed a little at Midoriya's reaction to the girl. After that, they would enter the institute, where they would explain the exam. Goku would sit next to Midoriya, and he noticed that next to him, there was someone who seemed to be annoyed with Midoriya's presence. Goku decided to keep quiet in order to listen to what the exam was about. The way that person explained the exam seemed kind of funny to Goku, but he tried to take it seriously to understand it. When Goku checked which battlefield he should be in, he noticed that he would be in C, so he would be away from Midoriya and the guy who was next to him. While Bakugo noticed that he would not be with Deku, he was telling him that now he will not be able to crush him. Goku was looking at that guy and was thinking, "Looks like he doesn't get along very well with Midoriya." Goku did not understand why he hated him, because even though he did not know him very well, he knew that he was someone with a good heart. Once the explanation of the practical exam was over, they all headed to their assigned battlefields. Goku would be at the entrance waiting for that door to open to begin. "Good! According to what they said about the exam, I should accumulate points to be able to enter. This will be easy." When the exam started, Goku was already far ahead. The others hardly noticed this, since Goku had a higher speed than the rest. Goku did not stop destroying robots at high speed. It seemed that he would destroy them all. But Goku knew that the others also had to destroy them to enter, so he left some for the rest, although he helped those who had problems with the robots. Meanwhile, Midoriya was looking for some robot, since he had not been able to get any points. At this rate, I won't be able to get any points. All the training with All Might will go to waste," Midoriya thought as he was desperate to gain some points. The teachers were watching the students and how they were promising to enter the AU. But most of all, they were surprised by what Goku could do. The director was surprised by the score he achieved, as well as the speed at which he destroyed the robots. "You have done well, but it's time for the real test to begin." One of the teachers pressed a button that would make a giant robot appear. One appeared in Midoriya's battlefield, and another one in Goku's. Everyone escaped when they saw it, because they knew it was dangerous. Midoriya was about to do the same, but when he noticed that the brown-haired girl was trapped in the rubble, while looking at her, he remembered the words of All Might, and without hesitation, decided to rush towards her. Goku would notice that several people were in trouble because of that robot that was in his battle zone, so he decided to move them away from that robot. He would use his teleportation to move each one of them away from the place. Once everyone was safe, Goku launched himself towards the robot just as Midoriya did. Goku threw a blow to the robot, and just with the pressure of his fist, he destroyed it completely. Midoriya had destroyed that robot with a powerful smash. Everyone was surprised by what had happened, especially Goku. Midoriya was falling to the ground after destroying the robot. He was desperate because he could not get any points, and if he ruined his left arm, he could not win any. When he was about to crash to the ground, that girl hit him, preventing him from hitting the ground. However, he reached his limit because his ability made her dizzy and she ended up vomiting. The exam would end and the teachers were impressed by Goku's results. He had achieved the highest score by destroying villains and rescue points. In total, 250 points. That guy's very interesting. He'll be someone very important for our institute. We will admit him and let him stay in an apartment inside the UA, said the director while looking at All Might. I'll make sure he gets informed about this, All Might would say as he smiled. It would be a while, and All Might would go with Goku on the entrance of the battle center. How's it going? Goku asks All Might as he watched him approach. All good! You've been accepted to the Institute, and you'll be able to stay in an apartment within the UA. Good, then let's go. I'd really like to rest, Goku said while smiling. Okay, follow me, All Might said as he started to go to the UA. Once they arrived, All Might left Goku in his apartment. Since he had to be present in other places and tell Midoriya that he had entered, Goku would enter his apartment and notice that it was very spacious. I just have to wait for classes to start and begin my training, Goku said as he lay down to sleep, as he wanted to get some rest. It would be a few days before the results of the exam would be revealed. Midoriya would be thinking a lot about that, since he had not managed to get any points in the practical exam and had barely passed the written. When the results came, he locked himself in his room, and opening that letter that had come to him. When he tore that letter, a projection appeared where All Might was. Now I'm here as a projection, All Might said while looking at Midoriya. Midoriya was surprised by what was happening. What's going on? Midoriya asked, confused by what was going on. I'm sorry, young Midoriya, but I had to attend to a lot of paperwork and that's why I couldn't communicate with you. I'm sorry. Actually, I came to this city to work with the UA. I'll get to the point. As you know, you passed the exam with 0 points, which means you didn't pass. I knew it, Deku said with tears in his eyes and then looked up. I consider myself an animator, so watch this video, All Might said while showing a video to Midoriya, showing the girl he had saved in the practical exam. She came to negotiate with us after the exam. Midoriya was surprised by what that girl said in the video. He didn't think she would do something like that. How could the Hero Institute reject someone who sacrifices himself for others? That's why the real test was the rescue points, young Midoriya. 70 points! All Might said while looking at him smiling. Midoriya was shocked by what had happened, while tears fell from his eyes. Come on, young Midoriya, this is your heroic academy! Yes, sir! Midoriya said while he was crying a little because of what he was told. When the classes finally started, Midoriya was excited to go, so he left home with everything ready to enter the Hero Institute. Goku was also getting up to then dress in his combat suit. He had been given a uniform to enter, but he didn't like to wear it. It's the day. I'll start my training, Goku would say calmly. However, he had gotten up a little late, so he hurried to get there. While this was happening, Midoriya had already arrived at the classroom. I hope he's not in the same class with those scary people, Midoriya said as he opened the classroom door and noticed that those people were in his class having a conversation. Don't put your feet on the desk! Huh? Don't you think it's rude to do that with the senior students of the UA and the people who made the desk? Of course not. What high school do you come from with that temper? I went to Somei Private High School, and my name is Ida Tenya. Somei, you're a fucking elite. I'll enjoy crushing you. Crush me? Are you cruel? Do you really want to be a hero? You put me with both of them? Midoriya said nervously as he looked at them. Tenya would notice that Midoriya had arrived. Bakugo would also notice, and the whole class would look at him. Deku was getting nervous about how they were looking at him. Tenya approached Midoriya to introduce himself, but Midoriya would tell him that he had already heard what he said. "It's a pleasure, Tenya," Midoriya said while looking at him nervously. "Midoriya, you realized there was more to it than a practice test, didn't you? I hate to admit it, but you're better than me." I'm sorry, but I didn't know anything," Midoriya thought while looking at him. While they were talking, that brown-haired girl had arrived too. "You're the curly-haired boy! I was looking for you!" "You're the boy with the curly hair! I was looking for you! You passed just like the presenter said!" Midoriya would stare at the girl, and was getting nervous since she was so close to him. "If you're going to go play, buddy, go somewhere else." While they were talking, there was someone on the floor, inside something, that made him look like a worm. Midoriya and the others looked surprised to see it, as it was very strange. "Is this the hero course?" "I've never seen a hero that looks like a worm before. Is it a professional hero?" Deku thought while looking at him. At that moment, Goku had finally arrived at the hall and greeted them. "Hello, everyone!" Everyone stared at him, as well as Midoriya, since he was the one who got the first place with a very high score. "So, he's the one who got the best score in the practical exam. I wonder what he'll be capable of. I don't know his uniqueness," Aizawa thought as he looked at Goku. "Well, I'm your homeroom teacher, Aizawa Shota. Nice to meet you. I know it's sudden, but put this on and let's go to the field," Aizawa said as he pulled out a sports uniform. "The truth is that I'm used to wearing my combat suit, but I think it wouldn't hurt to wear it," Goku thought as he agreed to wear that suit. After that, everyone went down to the field. "A special evaluation test? What about the entrance ceremony and orientation?" "If you are going to be heroes, you don't have time for that kind of useless events. The UA is an unrestricted school in terms of its traditions. Just as the professors conduct their classes, you have also done that from school, haven't you? Physical tests where you are not allowed to use your particularities. The country takes data from the students without using their peculiarities. That's not rational. Goku, you came first in the practical test, right?" "That's right, I came in first place." "In school, what was your best softball pitching score?" "I've never tried it before, so I don't have a score." "Well, in that case, use your special ability to do it." "I don't really have a special ability like those in this world, but I doubt you'll believe me if I tell you. I'll keep it a secret," Goku thought as he looked at him. Goku stood in a circle so he could throw the softball. "You can do whatever you want as long as you don't leave the circle. Give it all you've got." "All I've got? Whatever you say." Goku was preparing to throw the ball, and when he did, it flew into the air without stopping. The ball kept going up until Aizawa's scoreboard rated it as infinite. "Maybe I went a little overboard," Goku said as everyone stared, surprised at how far he was able to send the ball. "Looks like fun! We can use our peculiarities as much as we want! What I expected from the hero course!" "Looks like fun, huh? You have 3 years to become professional heroes. Will you always have that attitude? Well, whoever comes in last place in all the tests will be judged as having no potential and will be punished with expulsion," Aizawa said with a smile on his face. Everyone was surprised by what he said, except for Goku. "I really doubt that he will expel anyone. I can feel how they all have potential," Goku thought while smiling at what he said. "Punished with expulsion? In the 8 trials? This is bad. I can only use the one for all at less than 0%. I still can't control it." "We are free over the circumstances of our students," Aizawa said as he lifted his hair with one hand and still had that smile on his face. "Welcome to the Heroes course." "A big test on the first day of school? What will I do?" Goku approached Midoriya, as he could tell he was nervous. "Calm down, just concentrate on not getting hurt badly. It's no use using your power if you end up defeated." Midoriya felt calmer as he listened to what Goku said, and kept thinking about what he told him. Bakugo was staring at Goku angrily, as he proved to be superior to him. "I won't stay behind. I promise I will defeat you," Bakugo said as he stared at Goku. "Speed test. Okay, the demonstration is over. Now the real thing begins. 50-meter race. On your marks, ready, go!" Ida Tenya, 3.4 seconds. "For 50 meters, I can only use Team 3. Ida Tenya, special engine, has legs powered by a powerful engine. Asui Suya, 4.5 seconds. frog peculiarity, has all the abilities of a frog. Well, she's like a fish in water. Let's see what the rest do.
I'll lighten my clothes and shoes.
Uraraka Ochoko, 7.1 seconds, 0 gravity peculiarity. It can modify the gravity of the object it touches, but if it exceeds, it gets dizzy. Mashira Ojiro, 5.49 seconds, peculiarity, has a tail that serves for different things. Aoyama Yuga, 5.51 seconds, peculiarity, navel laser, can shoot a powerful laser from his navel, but if he overdoes it, he gets a stomach ache. Acid Mine, 5.2 seconds, particularity, acid, she can secrete a powerful acid to melt things easily. Bakugo Katsuki, 4.13 seconds, explosion peculiarity, his sweat is a nitroglycerin-like substance. The more he sweats, the more power he has. When I use both hands, the force disperses. Midoriya Izuku, 7.2 seconds, unknown peculiarity. I'm sure everyone will use their peculiarities to produce extraordinary results, but I have to learn how to use my power, so it won't damage my body when I use it, just like Goku said, Midoriya thought. Now, it's Goku's turn. Let's see what he's capable of. Son Goku, 0.3 seconds, unknown particularity. In the practical test, he showed great strength, but also incredible speed to quickly finish robots. I still have doubts about him. Strength test. I must control my power, concentrate on not damaging my body. Midoriya Izuku, 56 kilograms. Meizo Shoji, 540 kilograms. Particularity, duplication of arms, can replicate highly developed parts of his body to adapt to any situation. Son Goku, maximum capacity of the machine. Jumping test. Bakugo, 25 meters. Aoyama Yuga, 25 meters. Midoriya, 5 meters. Son Goku, 300 meters. That boy is amazing. He outperforms everyone with ease. I wonder what his peculiarity is. Professor Aizawa was impressed by Goku's results in each test. Side jump test. Mineta Minoru, he can bounce thanks to his particularity. He can create glue balls that stick to anything, and he can also bounce. Son Goku, moves too fast to count. Leaving the floor destroyed, Bakugo was frustrated by Goku's results. He was humiliated at what happened. Throw test. Uraraka Ochako, Infinity.
Okay, it's my turn.
Midoriya said as he stood in the circle and thought about what Goku said.
I must do it without my body ending up destroyed.
Deku would throw the ball with one finger just like in the original story. Goku smiled as he noticed that Midoriya had succeeded. Well done! Midoriya would turn his gaze to Goku.
Goku, I can still move.
Goku was still smiling as he looked at him. You're really cool, Midoriya, Goku in his mind.
That kid has potential. His body still can't handle that great power that All Might gave him.
He looks like Kauken. I'll see to it that he can control it, Goku said while looking at him, still smiling. Everyone was surprised to see that Midoriya had surpassed the 700 meters, since in the rest of the tests, he had done poorly.
Finally, a hero's record.
His finger is hurt. That also happened in the entrance exam.
He has a very strange peculiarity. He has no style.
Bakugo was surprised to see that Midoriya had achieved that. What was that power?
The peculiarity manifests itself at 4 years old. This is impossible.
Bakugo remembered what Midoriya had told him at the time.
Someone told me that I can be a hero. It was thanks to my own effort. What does this mean?
Bakugo thought while in his hands there were small explosions. Bakugo went in the direction of Midoriya with intentions of attacking him. Hey, tell me what's going on, Deku bastard! Midoriya was frightened by what was happening, but at that moment, Goku appeared in front of him and grabbed his arm to stop him. You better calm down. You have no reason to attack him, Goku said while squeezing Bakugo's arm a little.
You are no one to give me orders.
Bakugo would try to use his other hand to attack Goku with a blast, but Goku just stood still and received the blast, and it didn't do anything to him. Bakugo was surprised since it hadn't done anything to him. I think you already noticed the difference in our powers. I don't want to fight you, but I won't let you attack Midoriya, Goku said as he walked back with the rest of the students, passing by Bakugo. I couldn't even see when he appeared in front of Bakugo. I have my doubts about him, Aizawa was saying as he looked at Goku. Well, we're wasting our time. Whoever's next, hurry up, Aizawa-sensei said while looking at them. Midoriya took the opportunity to go around Bakugo and go with the others.
Is your finger okay? Uraraka said. Yes, it's fine.
Bakugo stayed still, but he was annoyed by what was going on. He couldn't believe that Deku had a particularity, but most of all, that Goku was better than him.
Deku was just a stone on the road. Now that guy is also in my way. Both of them will only be stones on the side of the road.
The tests continued, and Goku was still leaving impressive results. Good! I'll quickly tell the results. It's the total mark you got in each test. It's a waste of time, so I'll show you all the results at once. The person with the lowest score will be expelled.
I only did well in the throwing test. In the rest, I did terrible because of the pain.
Midoriya was nervous, as he knew he had done poorly in the rest of the tests. Aizawa would show the results of the students. Goku would be in first place, and because of that, everyone was staring at him. Goku felt a little nervous as everyone was looking at him. By the way, I was lying about the expulsion.
Everyone was really shocked by what Aizawa said.
It was a rational deception that would make them use their peculiarities to the fullest.
What? Of course it was a lie. It was obvious if you thought about it.
He's right. It was obvious, Goku said, smiling, while noticing how Midoriya and the rest were surprised. That's it. We're done with this. There are booklets with the study plan and stuff in the classroom. When you come back, look at them. Midoriya sighed in relief, knowing that he would not be expelled. Midoriya, go and let the old lady cure you in the infirmary. Tomorrow, there'll be more rigorous tests. Get ready.
I'm saved for now, but there's a lot I couldn't do. I start from the last place. I have to learn from here to get closer to my dream.
Momo would approach Goku and stare at him.
Excuse me? What is your peculiarity?
Momo would ask curiously, since she didn't know his particularity. Mina would also approach when she heard the question asked to Goku.
Right, you managed to get the best score in every test. You're very strong.
Goku just kept thinking. He couldn't tell them that he didn't have a particularity, so he had to say something else.